this is self-explanatory on its own, because it's good that we're having this conversation. If the security agencies are not safe because they burnt police stations and all of that, if the people they're meant to be protecting are not safe, the Labour Party, according to them, says that the governor of the state is. So what it means is that this has been going on for so long, and it's nothing being done about it. But I leave that.
The primary responsibility of government, every government at any level, is the protection of lives and property, and then enhancing at all times the welfare of citizens. That's fundamental. Section 14 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and no other duty. They are employed by the people to take responsibility for the protection of their lives and property. So, in any circumstance that lives and property are at this level of destruction at will, either by state agents or non-state agents, then you would say there's failure of that responsibility of government. And then whoever has presented himself to be the accounting officer to be held responsible for that responsibility, that duty, will be referenced. But having said that, I think we have a responsibility ourselves as well as citizens in this country. And responsibility in the sense that if you want the state agents, security services, to be able to be effective and efficient in carrying out their duties to ensure that there's protection of lives and property, we also have responsibility to perform. I've always said that the Constitution, as much as it guarantees rights, also are provided for civic responsibility. We have a duty to be obedient to our laws. And every citizen, every person, and every authority has the duty to uphold the provisions of the Constitution and ensure that all our laws made reasonably in democratic society by our National Assembly and State Assembly are actually respected. So a situation where you attack, of course I must condemn this, I wouldn't just speak on the side of the action of security agents. A situation where you attack security agents and kill them is condemnable. I've always said that as a responsible human rights organization, the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, we speak for both the rights of citizens and even state agents, so that we don't imagine or think that those that work in the police or in the army or other security agents don't have the same right. The rights inure to every person who is a human being, meaning that if he's a police officer, the police officer also has a right to life. The police officer also has a right to freedom of expression, of presumption of innocence, of movement, and all of association. So when you see security agents and the citizens are beginning to take delight in killing and attacking security agencies and their institutions, their agencies, their police stations and their vehicles and all the equipment, you are actually exposing yourself to some danger. There's no justification for that reprisal, really, as reported, but we shouldn't do that. So I first would condemn that kind of behavior. Every community and every individual that attacks security agents, know that that security agent is a human being. Just as you have the right to life, he or she has a right to life. That police officer you want to attack and kill has a right to life. Like the case in River State. SP Bako has Bako, right? Has a right to life. We have issued a statement in that regard. His family members have a right for him to be alive as well. So that on the one hand. Then on state agents, this is ridiculous, really, that the police station has been burnt down, or some vehicles, some security agent vehicles, or security personnel were attacked in any community or the neighborhood of any community. Then you think that what is justified is to go and then everybody, if you were able to probably find everybody on the streets of that village, that community, you just eliminate them. That's jungle justice. And that's bobbish, and that has no justification at all. So all of those houses that have been brought down, is it the houses that attacked those police stations and vehicles and all of that? Or could it be the house of all those people? Was it a community decision? Was the community town crier enabled or probably mandated by the community chief to go and say, summon and gather everybody in the town hall, and that is the action we are going to take out? I condemn that completely. So if we are condemning mob actions, then we should condemn that is carried out by state, because it's exactly the same thing. If state agents invade a community because a security man, maybe a military man was killed in that community, then you invade that community and carry out a mass, that is mobbish. The same way we will condemn citizens carrying out any mobbish action. So I think that there's any justification to invade a community that's helpless, and probably the residents of that community were armless, and then you set houses ablaze. If you are caught, even if you are a military man, it's the same way another person commits arson that you have committed. It is not excused because it was done by a battalion or a cache of any security men coming to set houses ablaze. Setting anything, any property of any person ablaze willfully is willful destruction, whether it is done by a non-state actor or by a state actor. Burning down houses is arson. And the punishment is the same. It's just that because they are the ones carrying out, nobody will arrest them and prosecute them. All the while, in real sense of law, you can't see this in decent society. I'm not sure the American army will go to a community where maybe an American was killed and then begin to destroy every house in that community. What about the innocence? What about the presumption of innocence of all those other persons? And if you're doing that and then they had the power to get you, they hold on to you and they charge you to court for burning down my father's house, would you say because you are a military man? Or would the excuse in court be that because a military man was killed in that village? Carry out investigation and possibly unravel who was responsible. The duty to carry out investigation is not that of citizens. It's not mine. And that's the reason we also have set that institution up. The reason we decided that we should have all of the armed forces as they exist everywhere in the world is so that you carry out those responsibilities. And we pay you for that. So I can't do your job for you. I can't set you up and pay you and still do your job. Just like we argue in the cases of the facilities around our communities. Then you come, you set up a company, you agree that you, by yourself, that you're going to get into some exploration, and then you're carrying out that exploration on your own as your business. When the profit comes, you take it as yourself. You don't give to any member of the community. Then you expect me to, without any relationship with you, without any contract, without any agreement, to turn to be the security of your facility. It's a no. Or if crime is committed somewhere, you say community members should carry out investigation. You say no. One, I don't even have the skill. So I don't think that is acceptable, is condemnable because it has been happening and it may happen again. But I just wish that security agencies should take, why not look? If indeed you carry out professional investigation with intelligence, you will find out those who are responsible in that community or that neighborhood that are doing these things. And most times I even dare the security agents, they know them. There is actually no community across this country that these hard men, so to speak, in quote, exist, that the leadership of those communities, and particularly to the political leadership around this country, across the country, would not know them. If you think you want to pretend that in your village, the political leadership in your village do not know the hard men in your village, for me, my own, I challenge them that they know. I believe that the local government chairman of my local government has knowledge of most of these young men that are up to that high, not the petty thief. The local government chairman may not know the petty thief who will hide only when nobody is around the neighborhood or in a house to enter and steal food or take phone. Or we come, those in Port Harcourt, in some neighborhood in Port Harcourt, we check when you were not diligent, and window is open, and then cut the net, and then use some stick and take phone. These are the reports we get, and then bring it. That's a petty thief. Even the community chief there may not know that kind. But any person today, especially in Nigeria, they say he's general, he has a territory, and he has boys, he has sort catching of arms like a gift is showing now. There is no way that somebody highly placed or some people highly placed in that locality don't know him.